Hello everyone and welcome to a TBR for another readathon I'm going to be doing this month. It is the TimeHopAthon readathon, and this is a really cool new readathon co-hosted by one of my booktube friends, Cherry Walker. I will leave a link to her channel in the description down below so you can watch her announcement and TBR video. Basically from the 20th until the 26th of February we are going to be reading books from the past, present and future, and there are 5 challenges. I will go through what the challenges are as I go through my TBR, but if you want to you can just do 1 or 2 of those challenges, or you can do all 5. So one of the challenges is to read a classic, and for that I'm going to be reading Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. This will be the 5th Jane Austen novel I've read. I've read Pride and Prejudice, Emma, Northanger Abbey and Persuasion, so this will be the 5th one, and after this Mansfield Park will be the only one I haven't read. But I always find her books really light and fluffy, and they are quite funny sometimes. Obviously they're always about women from the 18th century trying to find a husband, so they're always really kind of light and trivial, and I really like that about them. I think this one follows 2 sisters who have opposing views of the world and what their society wants from them, so that's all I know, and I'm going to go into this and hopefully enjoy it. The next challenge is to read a childhood recommendation, and for that I'm going to be reading The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. This was around during my childhood, but I never came across it, so I'm really excited to get to it as an adult. It's super short. It's just a little moral parable about a little boy who leaves his planet to travel space, and I think he learns a lot of lessons about adult behaviour and morality and things like that. I've heard it's really good, so I'm really excited to see what I make of it. Another challenge of the TimeHopAthon is to read a book set in the future. So for that I'm going to be reading The Road by Cormac McCarthy. This is a post-apocalyptic book about a man and his son travelling through a land that is completely devoid of human life due to an unspecified natural disaster, I think. That's pretty much all I know, but it does have the kind of literary fiction, modern classic type status to it, I think. It's a really popular book. It came out in 2006, I think, so it's not like really old, but it does have that kind of prestige to it. I think it did win quite a few prizes when it first came out, so I've heard it's quite creepy, and I think you learn a lot of lessons about humanity and morality and things like that, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what I make of it. And the last book I'm going to read is actually going to serve the last 2 challenges of the TimeHopAthon. So one of the challenges is to read a book published in 2016 to serve as the kind of present challenge of the TimeHopAthon, and the other challenge is to read a historical fiction book, and this book is both of those things, and it is The Essex Serpent by Sarah Perry. This is the biggest book in this TBR, but because it's serving 2 challenges I'm going to be having a little bit more time to read it, I think. In a nutshell, this is about a woman living in 19th century Essex, and basically she hears these stories about this mythical serpent creature that people have been seeing. She is a keen naturalist, so she thinks that it might be a new undiscovered species, and there is a priest in the village that she meets who thinks that it's all a kind of case of moral panic and things like that. So basically I think they help to solve the mystery of this mythical being together, and I think there's a little bit of romance thrown in as well. So this has won a lot of prizes. It won a lot of prizes last year, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what I make of it. And that is it for my TimeHopAthon TBR. Do you think you will be joining us in the readathon? Let me know if you are, and I would love to see your TBR videos and what sort of books you want to read for it. I'll leave all of my social media in the description down below. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I'll see you very soon for another video. Bye bye.